Hello and welcome to the 10th lecture in the Art of Hacking Humans, Introduction to Social Engineering, presented by Dauda Suli. In this lecture, we'll be looking at scam messages. Scam messages are usually sent to individuals taking advantage of their weaknesses like gullibility, willingness to help, fear, and greed in order to defraud victims, compromise them. Some very common scam messages are advance free fraud messages, also known as 419 messages, which give the impression of a wealthy person in dire straits that needs financial assistance, willing to offer a reward, then they disappear as soon as they receive funds from the victim. The classic message format is that of an individual who has a lot of wealth or an heir to such wealth from a country which has been either devastated by natural or human disasters, seeking a way to have access to some supposed wealth that is stuck there. There will be a claim by the malicious individual that they require a reliable person to serve as a trustee or partner or something of that nature, which would facilitate the wealth becoming accessible to them, with the promise of a handsome reward to such a trustee or partner for helping out. But for a start, some fees have to be paid for proper documentation to enable the funds release. Such fees would obviously be more than covered by the reward money that will be given once the funds have been acquired. Payment details are given for the individual or organization that is meant to ensure proper documentation. Once the payment is effected, that is most likely going to be the last you will hear from the scammer as the victim. Except if the scammer discovers that the victim can be more gullible to even offer more funds, further give more funds. Scam messages can be avoided with awareness, avoiding messages from unknown sources, and being wary of offers that appear too good to be true. Awareness, of course, of scam messages makes you to be vigilant and be on alert against such messages. You should also avoid messages from unknown sources asking for help or offering you some opportunities. And most importantly, you should be wary of offers that appear too good to be true. Because if they appear too good to be true, it is because they are probably too good to be true. This is an example of a scam message claiming to be from a lady, a 50-year-old widow. You see the message says, I'm going to tell you more when I see a response. She's saying she's honest, open-minded, and single. Most likely is going to come in the form of looking for a relationship. As you can see from the message already, I would like to be your friend if you don't mind. I am Miss, a widow of 50 years. So that 50 years will give you an indication of the likelihood that if you reply to this message, she's going to tell you, the alleged lady is going to tell you that she has some wealth stashed somewhere and she needs some help to get access to it. Some classic messages come in the form of a lady initially sending you a message seeking a relationship, then it evolves into she being the daughter also of a very wealthy individual, maybe some head of state or somebody with a very high position in the country where there has been a disaster, whether human or natural, with funds stuck in that country, and she is in another country, kind of like a refugee, and she needs a trustee or somebody that can help her to get access to those funds stuck in that country. She can't get them herself. She needs something like a trustee that will stand for her to collect the funds. Then she'll probably claim she'll give you a reward for that. This is another example of a scam message claiming to be from a chief executive officer of mining and metals industry in Ghana. This is claiming to give you an opportunity to make some money. This is allegedly giving you the opportunity to make an investment, and in Nigeria, not in Ghana. You can see that the message is telling you that you can Google the name to know more about the individual and the family, probably because such an individual exists. That is the Dr. Ibrahim Mahama probably exists. And if you Google, you'll find about the family. And obviously, the Dr. Ibrahim Mahama is not the one sending this message to start with. So it is just a scam message used to test your gullibility. And if you fall for it, you might end up losing a lot. And here's another one. This one claims to be from James Mbula, allegedly coming from East Africa, Uganda. So this one is asking you to partner with them in the development of gold and diamond sites. And it says here, upon the indication of your interest, we shall furnish you with necessary information that will enhance the actualization of your dream in the mineral sector. And in reality, what will happen is most likely they will tell you to pay some fees to register, blah, 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 some documentations or things like that, which once you make payment, that will be the end of it. You might even be continuously making payments before they decide to get tired of you and let you go, or you realize that they are actually scammers and you are unable to trace them and they make off with a lot of your funds. So that brings us to the end of this lecture. See you in the next lecture. E. Horan.